You've said that the U.S. has intact spacecraft. You said that the government has alien bodies or alien species. Have you seen the spacecraft?
What I personally witnessed myself was very disturbing.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best documentaries about the supposed existence of extraterrestrials.
The wind provides an opportunity to scatter their larvae.
Number 10. Westall 66, a suburban UFO mystery. When it comes to unexplained UFO sightings, this one had a lot of witnesses. In this case, the witnesses were a group of over 200 suburban high schoolers and their teacher, who saw a UFO fly over their school in broad daylight.
I just happened to be looking out the window, thinking how to fudge my science report. What I saw directly south was something that I'd never seen before.
A few of the former students feature in this documentary about the experience, recounting their memories of the flying saucer purportedly descending near their school in 1966.
Just gradually lifted up, and then went off towards the pines.
To further convince viewers of the odd encounter, the director attempts to retrieve news footage of the day, only to find that it has been mysteriously removed from the station's archive. Spooky.
It still would take me to my grave. What the hell was that?
Number 9. Connected, the hidden science of everything. On its surface, this docuseries doesn't appear to have anything to do with UFOs. It covers a variety of topics, from poop to nukes, with scientists discussing how each subject connects us with our surrounding universe.
Clouds reflect sunlight, so that is a strong cooling effect on their surface underneath.
But if we're connected to the universe, wouldn't we also be connected to alien life? Shortly after the series release, one viewer found what they believed to be a flying saucer in the episode covering clouds.
Here we go!
It's difficult to make out the object as it races past a plane, but its similarity to UFO depictions in sci-fi films is uncanny. While some have complained about the series' overly enthusiastic host, we still think it's a worthwhile watch for those looking to feel closer to the world or worlds around them. Number 8. UFOs and Nukes, the secret link revealed. Focusing on a series of declassified documents about unidentified flying objects seen at nuclear testing sites, UFOs and Nukes isn't the flashiest documentary to delve into the potential existence of aliens, but it's thought-provoking nonetheless.
It was instant go, instant stop. That object did things that no airplane, helicopter, or any other system that we had in existence could do.
The film places a lot of importance on the credibility of its witnesses, all of whom held important roles at nuclear weapons facilities within the U.S.
He called back about 5 minutes later. This time he was screaming into the phone saying they're looking at a red glowing object hovering just above our front gate.
The former employees primarily describe seeing typically shaped saucer UFOs with solid red or orange coloring, and claim that they tampered with their crucial high-risk work.
And there's a beam of reddish light going down to it. I assume they were taking data with that beam. It wasn't destructive as far as I know. It had to be a data collection thing. I'm sure they scanned the warhead or something.
Recreations of each witness's account help give viewers a better idea of what may have been seen, while documents detailing similar experiences in the Soviet Union serve to strengthen the link between UFOs and nuclear power. Number 7. Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs.
3 weeks later, something else really related, so let's go check that out. That's not my car.
Christo Ropolo hasn't had an easy life. His father and fiancé both died, his brother stole his money, and his mother disowned him when he tried to convince her to mitigate the situation with his sibling. After facing so many hardships, it's not hard to see why he would look to the stars for solace.
So I make sounds from pictures of UFOs.
So then what do you do with that?
Then I put it into a song.
And yet, the documentarian at the helm of Curse of the Man Who Sees UFOs never suggests Ropolo's beliefs come from anything other than a genuine place.
Why you can't see them in the daytime is because they're working and moving around in a spectrum of light. Oh, that was gorgeous.
Though he admits to often playing the Scully to Ropolo's Mulder, he admits that the things he saw with him are genuinely strange and unexplainable.
I found myself playing Scully to his Mulder more often than not.
But I don't deny that I saw some weird stuff, too.
It's a doc that will leave you wondering if the truth really is out there in Monterey, California.
We never found the origins of the screams, and this creeped me out. Something weird was going on, and I couldn't explain it. I walked away wondering if Cristo was just a magnet for the bizarre, or if Monterey had a dark sci-fi secret below the surface.
Number 6, alien autopsy, fact or fiction?
This is purportedly an alien. I question whether you would just spend 2 hours on it. One would surely spend weeks, months, if not years.
In 1947, something happened in Roswell, New Mexico, but it likely wasn't this. Alien Autopsy aired on Fox in 1995, purporting to be a documentary film about its title subject. Although it has since been debunked, with its filmmakers admitting to faking its content, the impact it had on viewers cannot be dismissed. It captured their imaginations and sparked heated debates across the country about its supposed legitimacy.
You cannot fake a motion picture that easily. It would require an amount of technical know-how, of sophistication, that would make the operation not worthwhile.
Due to the film's popularity, Fox quickly scheduled 2 reruns of Alien Autopsy to follow the initial airing, promising that the new broadcasts would add more footage for the public to dissect. Each one brought in more views than the last and helped ignite a public interest in extraterrestrial life that has lasted into the present day.
The organic quality of the legs and the feet, and all that looks very good.
Number 5, Love and Saucers. Far too often, UFO documentaries can come across as exploitative of their subjects. There's a sense that the film is laughing at the people they are portraying, not with them. Thankfully, this is not the case with Love and Saucers.
I don't ask anyone to believe a word I say in regard to whatever this is.
The unconventional tale of romance focuses on a 72-year-old man who paints pictures of the encounters he claims to have had with aliens throughout his lifetime, including a female alien that he says is his lover.
I see a woman sitting under a tree, and she gets up and she starts coming toward me.
In spite of his unorthodox beliefs, he appears to be warmly received, not only by the film's documentarian, but by his son and surrounding neighbors.
I admire him that he believes in certain things, and nobody has to judge nobody else.
It's a refreshingly kind-hearted view into a wonderfully weird world that we can only hope exists in this reality.
I knew they were going to come back. I cleaned up the house, washed the dishes. Had to be spick and span.
Number 4, The Unexplained. Who better to host a docuseries about UFOs than Captain James T. Kirk himself?
Is it possible that extraterrestrial spacecraft are repeatedly visiting our planet at so-called UFO hotspots?
The Unexplained covers a variety of bizarre and mystifying topics, from the existence of Mothman to horrifying deadly cults. But the episodes most relevant to its host's sci-fi background are those focused on the possibility of extraterrestrial life.
Those lights that people saw over the city, that was actually flares that we dropped.
The first of these episodes is a fairly basic primer on conspiracies of government cover-ups, titled The Truth About UFOs. However, Shatner takes a more in-depth look at the phenomenon in the show's 5th season, in an episode covering UFO hotspots. Extraterrestrial experts are interviewed about the infamous Skinwalker Ranch, Phoenix, Arizona, and several other key locations known for their repeat visits from beyond the stars.
Can you replay that?
Yeah, hold on. What did it disappear into? We'll go back and replay this.
Is it a portal? Are we seeing portals open?
Number 3, Out of the Blue. Whether you believe that there is life on other planets or not, unidentified flying objects themselves are undeniably real. Sometimes there are things flying or floating in the sky that we just can't explain. They're unidentified.
We were told not to talk about it, so we didn't. What we saw out there was definitely unidentifiable.
The true debate is whether these objects are manned by alien pilots, and it's a debate that Out of the Blue confronts head-on. Speaking with scientists, former government employees, and everyday eyewitnesses, this comprehensive documentary attempts to paint a fuller picture of UFO sightings around the world as a means of convincing viewers of the existence of extraterrestrials.
Enormous, inexplicable, probably one of the major sightings in modern history in the country, because a lot of people saw it in Maricopa County, and I saw it too. And we never got to the bottom of it. We never found out what they were.
If you're looking for some alarmingly convincing evidence, but don't have time for a full series, this is likely the doc for you.
Smith was informed that flying saucers exist, and more significantly, the matter is the most highly classified subject in the United States government, rating higher even than the H-bomb.
Number 2, A Strange Harvest. Structured like an investigative news report, A Strange Harvest took a serious look at the serial disfigurement of cows that had plagued ranches since the 1950s.
From everywhere I go, they tell me that it's predators, which I do not believe.
Why do you feel differently?
Because I don't feel a predator can do these things.
While one might initially assume the perpetrators were predator animals, the witnesses interviewed in this documentary suggest that the criminal is actually of extraterrestrial origin.
The incisions a lot of times looks like some type of burn or laser.
Alternate theories, such as the idea that a military aircraft could have been tampering with the animals, are tested but ultimately thrown out. The film even features a therapy session with an alleged UFO abductee who describes seeing the cows subjected to testing firsthand. In spite of the documentary's journalistic approach, its ideas are presented with tense and unnerving score.
I was horrified at the thought of what could do this in broad daylight.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Aerial phenomenon. A UFO is witnessed by 60-plus children in Africa, but no one believes them.
If I had to describe that day, the first thing that I remember is the light and the sound is the main thing that just strikes me, and then the two shadows.
Ancient aliens. Its theories are controversial, but its popularity cannot be denied.
You're going into a frequency and harmony to actually talk directly with those beings that are of supernatural.
Top secret UFO projects declassified. Declassified documents give UFO experts a mountain of new data to investigate.
You get in touch with publishers of key papers, you talk to the 3 networks, and you say, look, you got to play ball with us. And they did.
TMZ presents UFO Revolution. Something is out there, and the U.S. government knows it.
A genuine disclosure of the UAP UFO subject would be the most earth-shattering thing imaginable.
Mirage Men. Disturbing first-hand accounts from ex-government employees provide a good scare.
Public who happens to get a glimpse of the thing from time to time, if they're convinced that it's from Venus and there's no way it could be our military, well, hey, that's awesome. Hell yes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1, Alien Worlds. If aliens exist, what would they look like? Alien Worlds rejects the popular idea of little green and gray men, and instead offers science-based looks at what kinds of creatures may actually be able to survive on other planets.
All living things have the same needs. To feed, reproduce, and evolve.
Segments play out like nature documentaries from another world, describing how each of the invented extraterrestrials might be able to survive in spite of their harsh surroundings.
If life can exist here, it could exist on any number of worlds in the universe.
Far from a solely CGI-based science fiction, the show also makes sure to provide context for each of the ecosystems it constructs, often using hostile environments on our own Earth as jumping-off points.
At the top, a constant wind blows between the cold and hot sides of the planet.
It's refreshingly creative and the perfect blend of sci-fi and reality for UFO enthusiasts and animal lovers alike. Do you believe in life on other planets? If not, do you think any of these documentaries could convince you? Sound off in the comments.
Running the protection for that particular program, and that's helping me cover something for years, I might even feed the fire.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.